Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to more New World. Now, this is an upcoming Amazon Games MMO that is coming out in about a month. Yeah, about a month or so. Yeah, August 31st is when it does come out. This is the closed beta. It's more of really of an advertising thing because not a whole lot's going to get fixed in about a month and a half. If you remind to Fallout 76's beta, that was about the same amount of time. Nothing really got fixed there either, but this is more a promotional thing. And man, is Amazon spending some money. They actually sent me a whole ton of keys I gave out as well. They're sparing no expense. They're sparing no expense on Twitch. They are throwing out money to streamers left and right. It is a sight to behold. Alright, we are back at the game. I'm about level 18, about level 19. Currently working on a main storyline quest. That's a little bit confusing because I crafted all the potions it needed for that, but I still need the ingredients that go with the potions. But I used the ingredients to make the potions. Now I don't have the ingredients. Yeah, there's been a couple little things. Respawn rates of all. We're going to get kind of some of the things we don't like. Let me know what you think in the comments below. One of the other big concerns right now is burning cards, bricking cards. Now, right now, a lot of people say, well, I heard some top streamer or I saw it on Reddit. That does not actually equal fact, unfortunately. I've had one friend said it was maybe about 80 degrees on his card. Yeah, that's not horrible. It'll still run all right. I'm running I render though. I am running a 2080 Ti. I didn't want to pay scalper prices for a 3090, and I've heard a majority of the 3090s having a bit of trouble on this one. They're breaking a couple 3090s. Although I do have no confirmed reports. If anybody's got somewhere where I can go to find confirmed info on that, I will pass that along, of course. But I have not seen 100% factual data. My PC, I do have a really nice liquid cooling system though too. Has not gone above about 42 degrees. And that's actually about 3 degrees higher than it normally is. I even tried running ESO and this at the same time. Not really much of a difference. But granted, we're talking like a $5,000 setup. It's, so buyer beware. Make sure you're cooling. You got your thermal paste and everything. Also, another big thing on the settings, you just want to make sure to take care. And it could be, I don't think we know enough yet to pass the blame on to hardware or software. But if you go in the settings, yeah, just VSync on, cap the frame rate just in case. But, and graphically, I really haven't noticed really that much of a difference. Alright, let's also talk a lot about the comment section I got in my first video talking about a lot of people generic. I think it does have a nice beauty to it, but I can see that comment. Especially until you get out to the later levels, because one thing we drew about the map, a lot of these outside starter levels, in a lot of these areas, are kind of the starting levels for all the players, because we'll pop you out in different settlements. So, a lot of these areas are the same in a way, even though towns are structured a little differently, because I am constantly getting lost in town and having to look. And right now, there are 3 separate factions in this game, and I think you guys pick Marauders on the YouTube poll, because, man, though we do have a war tomorrow for Everfall. We are in the Northeast Duel server. Alright. Let's get randomly thoughts. I have been playing this for about 20 hours or so in the last 2 days. I would be a lot higher level, but I kind of been getting distracted, crafting other stuff. There is a whole, I do have an achievement. Oh, I already unlocked that. There's been a little bit of weirdness. A little bit of weirdness. Do I have another? I had a title. Yeah, the titles and everything have been weird. Also want to talk about the reputation, Moderator's reputation. I don't know if this is on the other factions. I played those other factions during the alpha, but I don't 100% remember, unfortunately. I have maxed out my rep long ago, but the quest for getting the next rank is at level 25. So I feel like I can keep running those missions, but I'm just wasting rep. It's a little bit out of balance in that regard. and the spawn rates. This game has actually also heard from reports the highest selling pre-sale game on Steam ever. Now that's not nothing. Yeah, this isn't free to play. I know a lot of people asking that. It is going to be $40. And the pre-order right now does get you into the closed beta till the 2nd. None of this is going to carry over progress. But yeah, it gives you a good feel for the game, and then you can always play the pre-beta, play the beta. Oh, I kind of hate when you waste, you know? We'll get a swine here. A lot of crafting, a lot to do. You always got stuff going on. And the server launch hasn't been 100% smooth. Peak time in the evening on this server, at least, and I know there are busier ones, has been about 30 minutes or less. About 30 minutes, usually a little bit less than that. But I just got in about midnight Eastern time and popped right in. And I popped in earlier this morning, popped right in. But alright, let's keep on going on. I'm gonna need some Petalcrap and some Rivercrest stem. I actually do know where that is now. Oh, unfortunately, my marker wouldn't be here anymore, would it? Why don't we go around there? One thing I know, some of my guildmates and company have been thinking, I find it a little annoying that if I put a marker on in a group, they will see it. Because then if I put markers on, the UI compass can get a little busy. Because as you can see, I've got bunnies up there. And with the, you get your other harvesting stuff up, like I can sense nuts. Insert your own joke there. Within about 20-30 meters, I can sense iron now. And as you level up in the crafting, etc., you're gonna see a lot more. So that is kind of rather busy. Overall, performance-wise, I mean, this is on my end. Your experience is I feel like going through the comment section on Steam, Reddit, etc., I feel like it is a little bit different for everybody. I've seen people 960s playing for 11 hours, no problems. But a lot of people saying they got a 3090, and I don't believe 3090s exist, but yeah, bricking. I feel like every game that comes along, there's always some of this. So I think I would give it a little bit. But I would just say turn VSync on, capping it at 60 if you're worried. Keep an eye on your temperature. They did patch something out in the main menu so you can't get unlimited frames on the main menu, just in case maybe that was an issue. But yeah, just something to be aware. And that's a little scary thing. Graphic cards not easily replaced right now. If I lost the 3090 card, I'd probably lose it. I'm not gonna lie. But alright, let's keep on keeping on. And I do think the game, it's alright. I would like to see a little bit more variety in the faction quest. And also another question, is this going to be a gank fest? It can be. I did run across a team of Syndicate, about all level close to level 30. We were about level 15. They were just kind of guarding. After a while, you will figure out where all the missions, because they're repeatable missions for the factions. And I think they're about all the same to encourage, you know, people to run into each other. They were camping spawn points, blocking the road back into town. But overall, everyone's been a pretty good sport about it. I've had some very good PvP matches. And remember, PvP entirely optional. So if you never want to play PvP, you don't have to. There are some incentives to playing PvP, but not required at the end of the day. But I think it is a decent component. And if you do die, you take some gear damage, but you don't take all your stuff. I know some people want to take all your stuff, but have you ever been ganked by somebody out in the middle of nowhere and then you lost all that stuff you'd just gotten? I know it's mostly people they want to grieve, but nah, I can live without that. Master Ugwa, I think I fought you earlier today. Oh, nice guy though. Oh yeah, I did. We did gank him. I feel kind of bad. Apologies, Mr. Ogway. Alright, so let's back head over here. I'm just going looking for some stuff for this main quest. Yeah, it's really just kind of a weird thing, like, all of a sudden, because I also think the trading post, let me know in the comments if you think this is a little different. I've had buy and sell orders, and I have stuff that I have bought. Oh, there's some iron ore over there. I'll let him have that. No need to be a D-bag. And generally, I found if you're looking for iron ore, kind of going the out-of-the-way hidey holes is not too bad. There we go. And a lot of people asking comparisons on this game. It's like Valheim. I would say no. It's more than anything. To me, it's Elder Scrolls Online. Kind of feels. You will have a max. You've got 2 weapon sets, 3 equipable skills we can put on each, and you can have more than the 3 skills on the weapon, but you can only have the 3 at a time. And you can't switch them out like mid combat or something if you got cooldown. All right, let's go 400 meters that way. Yeah, I can sense nuts straight ahead. See, there we go. Heck of a skill. All right. So I felt this is, honestly, I feel this has been a little buggier now that I've been playing this for about 20 hours or so than I would feel comfortable with closer to launch. But, ooh, can I actually craft, harvest that now? Oh, yes. Because you see these plants that, like, you pop into the game, like, harvesting level 30. Oh, that's not bad. Harvesting level 30 takes a while. Especially, you can't always find stuff, but I already went up 2 levels with that. Ooh, nice. It does have a robust crafting system. If we get into town, we'll cover that a little bit as well. This video is just kind of my thoughts and impressions as we're rolling through the beta. We got more nuts up ahead. Not just using to make provisioning meals. I think it does go into some recipes. Hello. This is what I'm looking for. Rivercrest. Though sadly I can't sense those plants are far away. And we get in it. Sometimes it's tough to find some of the earlier stuff. Like iron was people were camping the iron deposits, and it was very tough to get initially. But once you start getting into the higher level metals and stuff, it's not as bad because not everybody's at the same spot. And speaking of, oh, that's a, you almost look like iron there though. That's fair enough. I'll take it. And then Azoth there, that is used for primarily for teleporting. Kind of weird. There's a cap though for that. Yeah, there is a cap on that. I do believe it is like 1,000. And storage. Talking about storage for each settlement. Oh, we do need petal caps now, and for the life of me, I could not tell you where. I played a lot in the alpha as well, but I do cover a lot of games on the channel, so my memory is like Swiss cheese. Oh, alright. Some more rivercrest as well. I'm just worried that because I feel like it's like they have a robust system, and you can just, maybe if you just want to, you don't want to do any crafting at all. I need more petal cap though. Oh, earth spine. Nice. No idea what that's for yet, but I'm sure it's probably important. And food doesn't degrade or anything. You don't know how, it's not a survival MMO or anything. You do eat for healing and some other buffs. And there is a cooking system. Let's actually talk about just all the systems real quick. But let's go to the attributes. I'm kind of rolling because the strength I get 10% more faster mining. 5% damage to melee attacks. A little bit of dexterity because my secondary weapon, I'm going with the musket because, man, this musket has a heck of a reload time. It's actually pretty fast. The bow has been a little bit tougher for some people I've heard. Not really doing anything with staffs right now. That also does go with musket, but And focus is primarily life staff. And then Constitution for health. Alright. And you unlock more consumable slot. We could actually probably... Not that I really am using mana right now, but... You do unlock more ring slots, other slots at 30, 45. It is a max level cap of 60 currently. I'm gonna grab this while I can. Alright. More crafting materials. As for pedal caps, I ran across a bunch, but man, I cannot remember. And it doesn't give you like a... Ooh, I don't apparently know that one. Alright, so we got a little XP. Got a nice combo with that one, and... Okay, I've got that auto traverse thing on, and it doesn't work exactly as intended sometimes. Alright, but let's get up some healing over time anyway. And actually, while we got a second, I don't have anything trying to murder me. Let's get back into looking at the skills. Yeah, I did Warhammer up to about 9. I really like Warhammer and Musket. This is always inconvenient. Okay, seriously? Yeah, some areas the spawn baits have been really fast. Apologies, this is another video getting done. Some areas the spawn waits, especially if you're waiting for a boss or a special thing, have been kind of long. And you kind of got to get your hits in quick if you do, so that could use a little tweaking as well. I think they kind of didn't think they would be as popular as they were. This is actually the first Amazon game that might actually, from Amazon Games, that might actually make it out of the gate and be a hit. I actually did lead the forefront. I was on the front page of Twitch, believe it or not, promoting Crucible. And I was well paid for that, but I feel like I earned my money just playing that game. It was... And normally when you're doing a sponsored thing, you can't say... You know, they never want you to say anything bad, especially when I work in this biz. But it was pretty bad. But this one, I've had a good time crafting, adventuring with friends as well. And even solo. I've had a generally good time. The story's been decent. Majority of this is... I've had a couple... Well, I think one of the NPCs was bugged out a little bit. Because they only did the first line. But majority every NPC has done all the full dialogue. Might just go see what this is. And the enemies are zoned. So you run across levels, like a level like 14. And then I found to run into a level that is nothing but a gigantic skull that will murder you. Well, speaking of, I do look fabulous. Hit the cap. Rockin' Marauder gear. Another thing, character creation was a tad underwhelming. And I it got a little better from the alpha. That closed alpha we weren't allowed to talk about. But it's not great. It is not, comparatively speaking, to some of the better MMOs out there. And other games of that nature. Code Vein has a better character creation. That is not an MMO. It's could be better. But I don't look bad. I look alright. I look alright. No body sliders or anything. It's just all it was alright, but yeah, it just was not all the way to customization. Let's talk one of the things I actually did come to like. Yeah, fishing, actually. I've actually got some decent fishing. I don't have a ton of bait. Alright. Pretty simple little thing for fishing. Not, I feel like, as in-depth or complex as Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, but nice, simple, keep it easy. And you don't actually need bait to fish, but if you want to get a more rare, the bonus weight or anything, you do need bait. Medium perch. And we'll go Salvage that up. Looking for pedal cap. And pedal cap is not common. I still need mining skill of 50. I'm not quite there yet. You're not going to leave me alone, are you? So I might be able to get you. Can I? Blightroot, yes. I feel like I would get poisoned trying to harvest this plant, though. I've actually just tried to buy pedal cap on the market, but it puts the order through, but I never get my stuff. So, could use a little bit of work. Ooh, what are you, though? That is not, never mind. And if you actually have your weapon out, you can't block with it either, which is really, like, I couldn't just straight up block before he hit me until I pulled out my weapon. Would be a little nice if you could do that just in case, but I get it. Alright. That's for dyes. Oh no, so let's talk about the other big thing and what the heck is going on here. Oh, I think I've run into server problems. Or, what the heck? Is that a tree that's not really the... Okay. That actually wasn't hitting a wall, that was actually an invisible tree. Oh, okay. Well, that's alright. Little minor visual. Things I even know what pedal caps look like, but I cannot. There's some more Tangle Wisp. At this rate, I will probably forfeit. That's actually... Also, I wouldn't think it's a little odd. Amazon really doesn't have a name filter. I have seen some names. I have seen a couple names. That is surprising that they don't. Well, even though Twitch really doesn't have that much of one either. Let's keep going, keeping on. You saw me from like a mile away, didn't you? Oh, I do need to equip. I don't know if I do have it. I do have to get some saltpeter to craft gunpowder to get more ammo, but I feel like that's been a little rare. I know there's some initially, but I've been running around so much I've been getting lost now. Alright, more of that. I did craft up a, using my faction rep, I did get a nice Rune of Holding to make a very nice satchel that actually gave me a plus 100 encumbrance. And it also reduced it, I did get a perk with it, reduced the weight of rawhide leather and skinning by 6% and knives. That's kind of nice. I do like the crafting system in this game, I do have to say. A dead tree. Iron, not bad. And let's also remember, this is beta, so none of this is it's gonna get wiped at launch. None of this is gonna count, but it's a good time to get a good feel. Play as much as you want, get a feel for the weapons. There is free respecking till level 20. And after that, I'm not entirely aware of the price. This is a game that I feel you don't want to run an alt in. I feel... Yeah. Other big thing to talk about as well. There is a guild treasury, but as far as I know it, I haven't seen it yet. There's no guild storage, which is traditionally always on MMO. Oh, I got level 19 from mining. Yeah, everything does give you a little bit XP. Alright, I do feel... Yeah, I'll get the dex up a little bit more. It does have leveling rewards as well. I can get a house now, but I need standing to get that house. I do have to get that as... I need to do a quest for that. Nice. And that is used for later, the expeditions, which are kind of like raids. We do get another ring slot at level 20. So you're not an insanely depth, 11 reward system, like kind of like ESO, but yeah, not bad either. Not bad. My only really worry, and I share your worry though, like you might want to wait till after release, because you never know, because this is a closed beta on pre-order. I don't think launch is gonna be any easier. Was that pedal? Oh my lord. Or is that plate cap? That is, I think that's what I'm looking for. Is that what we're looking? No, that's slightly different. It looks similar to that, but it's a slightly different mushroom. Oh, and this is a main story quest, by the way. Yikes, okay. But we're getting to see the countryside, that's nice. It's been very enjoyable. And the Glorious Purpose name did fit as well for the guild, so that was kind of nice. Hey, look at it. Not bad, not bad. And the sections in the war are starting to fill in. Not a lot of people going Covenant, though. But I'm glad they at least got an area. It has been majority Marauders. And then Syndicate. Close second, maybe. But yeah. Other areas not claimed yet. Only been a couple days, though. I'm sure the map will be filled out. So that does break the question. Faction's going to be one-sided. You don't know. Because if everybody goes on one side of faction, not everybody goes on the other two. It can, I've seen games like this, it can become severely unbalanced. You don't really want to play the other faction if you're getting your butt kicked. But you can change factions every 120 days. So you could go get all the rewards, get all the rep in one faction, and then 120 days switch over to the other one. But though if you do want to group with your friends and be in a different guild, in the same guild, you all have to be the same faction, though. Alright, so not kind of forgiving us some MMOs. I get some more as I've kind of almost come full circle in this video. But this has just been some of my thoughts and musings over the last 2 days of the beta. I'm going to be playing this every day, so we should hit endgame for about a week or so. I'm going to take my time, I'm going to savor, I'm going to enjoy it. If I get all this memorized down as well. Did that? I think that's a little bit of pretty right there, maybe. Guys aren't bad. Yeah, it's not bad. But alright, ladies and gentlemen, I will leave off here. Let me know what you think. I know there's a lot of things people want to talk about, and I can address that in the next video. So be sure to get any questions, comments, concerns, etc. you feel about this game. But I hope you guys enjoyed the coverage. Be sure to hit that like button. It does help out a lot. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you guys in a new world.